If she tells you these 6 things, leave her immediately for your own good. When it comes to relationships, it's essential to pay attention to warning signs that indicate a partner might not be good for your well-being. If she tells you any of the following 6 things, it might be time to reconsider the relationship for your own good. These statements can signal underlying issues that could lead to an unhealthy and potentially harmful dynamic. Number 1. You're too sensitive. When your partner tells you you're too sensitive, it's not just a casual remark. It can be a significant red flag indicating potential emotional abuse or manipulation. This phrase dismisses your feelings and invalidates your emotional experiences, leading to a range of negative impacts on your mental health and the relationship dynamic. Here are detailed reasons why this statement is problematic and what you should do if you encounter it. 1. Invalidating your feelings. When someone tells you that you're too sensitive, they are essentially dismissing your emotions as unimportant or exaggerated. This invalidation can lead to self-doubt and confusion about the legitimacy of your feelings. Impact. Over time, you may begin to question your emotional responses, wondering if you are indeed overreacting. This can erode your self-esteem and make you feel like you are the problem, rather than recognizing the valid concerns you have. What to do? Communicate clearly with your partner about how this statement makes you feel. Use I statements to express your emotions without sounding accusatory. For example, I feel hurt when my feelings are dismissed as being too sensitive. 2. Emotional manipulation. Labeling you as too sensitive can be a form of emotional manipulation. By doing this, your partner may be attempting to control your reactions and responses, making it easier for them to get away with hurtful behavior. Impact. Emotional manipulation can create a toxic environment where you feel constantly on edge, trying to avoid any reactions that might be labeled as overly sensitive. This can lead to anxiety and a diminished sense of self-worth. What to do? Recognize the manipulation for what it is. Set clear boundaries about what is acceptable in terms of how your feelings are acknowledged and addressed. If your partner continues to dismiss your emotions, it may be necessary to reconsider the relationship. 3. Undermining your self-esteem. Repeatedly being told that you're too sensitive can undermine your self-esteem and confidence. It sends the message that your feelings are not valid, which can lead you to believe that you are flawed or inadequate. Number 2. You're not good enough for me. Reasons and implications. Hearing, "You're not good enough for me," from someone you care about, can be incredibly painful and damaging. This statement is not only a red flag in a relationship, but also a form of emotional abuse. It is crucial to understand the underlying reasons why someone might say this, and the implications it has on your well-being. Here are some detailed reasons and the impacts of this hurtful statement. 1. Power and control. One of the main reasons a partner might tell you that you're not good enough is to exert power and control over you. This tactic is often used to make you feel inferior and dependent on their approval. Details. By making you feel inadequate, your partner can manipulate you into constantly seeking their validation. This creates a power imbalance where they hold all the authority, and you feel compelled to meet their often unrealistic expectations. Impact. You may find yourself walking on eggshells trying to please them and avoid criticism. This can lead to a loss of self-confidence and a sense of helplessness. 2. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is another key reason behind such statements. By undermining your self-worth, your partner can control your actions and emotions more easily. Details. When someone tells you that you're not good enough, they are often projecting their insecurities onto you. They might use this manipulation to make you feel like you can't do better than them, ensuring you stay in the relationship despite the toxicity. Impact. This can lead to a cycle of emotional abuse where you start doubting your abilities and self-worth, becoming increasingly dependent on their approval and validation. 3. Insecurity and projection. Partners who feel insecure about themselves might project their insecurities onto you. By putting you down, they attempt to elevate their own self-esteem. Details. A person who feels inadequate themselves may try to deflect their feelings by making you feel worse. They might be struggling with their self-esteem issues and, instead of addressing them, they project these insecurities onto you. 4. Lack of respect. A fundamental lack of respect for you as an individual can manifest in such statements. It indicates that your partner does not value or appreciate you. Details. Respect is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship. When your partner tells you that you're not good enough, they are disregarding your qualities, efforts, and inherent worth. This disrespectful attitude can be a sign of a deeper issue in their character or the relationship itself. Impact. This lack of respect can lead to a toxic environment where you constantly feel undervalued and unappreciated, causing significant emotional distress. 5. Narcissistic tendencies. Individuals with narcissistic tendencies often use demeaning statements to maintain their sense of superiority and control. Details. A narcissistic partner might tell you that you're not good enough to maintain a sense of dominance. They thrive on making others feel inferior to boost their ego and maintain control over the relationship. Impact. Being in a relationship with a narcissist can be extremely draining and damaging to your mental health. You may start questioning your worth and capabilities, leading to a loss of self-identity. 6. Testing boundaries. Sometimes, a partner might say hurtful things to test your boundaries and see how much you will tolerate. Details. By telling you that you're not good enough, they are testing how far they can push you before you react or decide to leave. This behavior is often a precursor to more severe forms of emotional abuse. Impact. Allowing such behavior to go unchecked can lead to a pattern of abuse. It's crucial to set and enforce boundaries to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Implications of hearing, "You're not good enough for me." Hearing that you're not good enough can have profound implications on your mental health and overall well-being. Here are some detailed impacts. 1. Erosion of self-esteem. This statement can severely damage your self-esteem and self-worth. You may start believing that you are genuinely inadequate, which can affect all areas of your life. Details. Constant exposure to such negative feedback can lead to a decline in your self-image. You might start doubting your abilities, achievements, and inherent worth. Impact. Low self-esteem can result in anxiety, depression, and a lack of motivation. It can also affect your performance at work or school and strain other relationships. 3. I don't need you. In relationships, clear communication and mutual respect are crucial. However, when your partner tells you, "I don't need you," it's a significant red flag that should not be ignored. This statement can indicate deeper issues within the relationship that could lead to an unhealthy and potentially harmful dynamic. Here are the reasons why hearing, "I don't need you," should prompt you to reconsider your relationship for your own well-being. 1. Lack of commitment. When someone says they don't need you, it often reflects a lack of commitment to the relationship. Commitment is the foundation of a healthy and lasting relationship. Without it, the relationship becomes one-sided and unstable. Impact. This lack of commitment can make you feel insecure and uncertain about the future of the relationship. It undermines the sense of partnership and shared goals. What to do? Have a serious conversation with your partner about their level of commitment. If they are unwilling to invest in the relationship fully, it may be best to part ways. 2. Emotional distance. The phrase "I don't need you" can signify emotional distance. Emotional closeness and vulnerability are vital for a deep and meaningful connection. When your partner creates distance, it can lead to feelings of loneliness and rejection. Impact. Emotional distance can cause you to question your value in the relationship and may lead to feelings of inadequacy and isolation. What to do? Address the issue directly with your partner. Express your need for emotional connection and gauge their willingness to bridge the gap. If they remain distant, it might be time to leave. 3. Independence over interdependence. While independence is healthy, a relationship thrives on interdependence, where both partners support and rely on each other. Stating, "I don't need you," emphasizes independence to the point of exclusion, which can be damaging. Impact. This can lead to an imbalance where you feel more invested in the relationship than your partner, causing stress and frustration. What to do? Discuss the importance of mutual support and interdependence in a relationship. If your partner prioritizes their independence over your relationship, it may be a sign to move on. Number 4. You make me miserable. Reasons and detailed explanation. When a partner tells you, "You make me miserable," it's a significant red flag in a relationship. This statement is often a form of emotional manipulation and deflection, suggesting that you are entirely responsible for their unhappiness. Here's a deeper dive into why this phrase is problematic and the detailed reasons why it signals a need to reassess the relationship. 1. Emotional manipulation. When someone tells you that you make them miserable, it often stems from a desire to manipulate your emotions. By placing the blame for their unhappiness on you, they shift the responsibility away from themselves. Impact. This can lead to you constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid actions or words that might trigger their misery. It creates an environment where you feel perpetually anxious and responsible for their emotional state. Example, if your partner blames you for their bad mood after a disagreement, saying, "You always make me feel terrible," it's a way to avoid addressing their own behavior or role in the conflict. 2. Deflecting responsibility. A partner who claims you make them miserable is often unwilling to take responsibility for their own emotions and actions. Happiness and well-being are personal responsibilities, and projecting them onto another person is unfair. Impact. Over time, you may internalize this blame and start to believe that you are indeed the cause of their misery, which can damage your self-esteem and mental health. Example. If your partner consistently complains about being unhappy and blames it on your actions or decisions, they are avoiding dealing with their own issues and personal growth. 3. Creating a power imbalance. Statements like, "You make me miserable," can create a power imbalance in the relationship. By making you feel guilty and responsible for their feelings, they gain control over you. Impact. This power dynamic can lead to a toxic relationship where you feel compelled to prioritize their happiness over your own, neglecting your needs and well-being. Example, if you find yourself constantly apologizing or changing your behavior to prevent your partner from feeling miserable, it indicates a skewed power dynamic where their emotional state dictates your actions. 4. Eroding self-worth. Hearing that you are the cause of someone's misery can erode your self-worth over time. It's emotionally draining and can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Impact. This constant negativity can diminish your confidence, making you question your value and ability to make others happy. Number 5. No one else will ever love you. When a partner tells you that no one else will ever love you, it's a glaring red flag. This statement is a form of emotional manipulation designed to undermine your self-worth and make you feel trapped in the relationship. Understanding the reasons behind why this phrase is so harmful is crucial for recognizing the need to leave the relationship for your own well-being. Below are detailed explanations of why hearing this statement is a sign to leave. 1. Emotional manipulation. The statement, "No one else will ever love you," is a manipulative tactic aimed at controlling you through fear and insecurity. By convincing you that you are unworthy of love from anyone else, your partner creates a dependency where you feel trapped and unable to leave the relationship. Impact. Emotional manipulation can lead to feelings of helplessness and low self-esteem. It makes you question your value and worth, making it difficult to imagine a life outside the current relationship. What to do? Recognize that manipulation is a form of abuse. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or a mental health professional to help you see your worth and make the necessary steps to leave. 2. Undermining self-worth. When someone tells you that no one else will love you, they are actively working to erode your self-esteem. This statement is designed to make you feel that you are not good enough for anyone else, reinforcing a negative self-image. Impact. Over time, hearing this can lead to deep-seated self-doubt and a negative self-perception. You may start to believe that you are unlovable and undeserving of a healthy relationship. What to do? Challenge this belief by listing your positive qualities and accomplishments. Engage in activities that boost your self-esteem and seek affirmations from positive relationships in your life. 3. Creating dependency. By making you believe that no one else will love you, your partner fosters a sense of dependency. This tactic ensures that you feel you have no other options, effectively trapping you in the relationship. Impact. Dependency can lead to a loss of autonomy and self-reliance. You may become increasingly reliant on your partner for emotional validation and support, even if the relationship is harmful. What to do? Work on building your independence by engaging in activities that you enjoy and that boost your confidence. Surround yourself with supportive people who can help you see your value outside the relationship. Number 6. I'm just being honest. Honesty is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship, but there's a significant difference between being honest and using honesty as an excuse for hurtful behavior. When your partner frequently says, "I'm just being honest," and follows it with statements that are cruel or demeaning, it's a red flag. This kind of behavior often disguises deeper issues of disrespect and emotional manipulation. Here are several reasons why this phrase can be harmful and why it might be best to leave if you hear it often. 1. Disguised cruelty. When someone uses, "I'm just being honest," to justify hurtful comments, they are often masking cruelty with the guise of truthfulness. This behavior can damage your self-esteem and create a toxic environment. Impact. Constantly hearing negative and hurtful comments, even if labeled as honesty, can erode your self-worth and confidence over time. Example. Statements like, "I'm just being honest, but you really aren't smart enough for this job," are not constructive. They are simply mean. 2. Lack of empathy. True honesty in a relationship should come with empathy. When your partner claims to be honest but lacks empathy, it shows they do not consider your feelings or well-being. Impact. This lack of empathy can make you feel misunderstood, unvalued, and unsupported. Example. Saying, "I'm just being honest. Your problems aren't that important," dismisses your feelings and needs. 3. Control and manipulation. Using honesty as a weapon can be a form of control and manipulation. By making you feel inadequate or guilty under the pretext of being honest, your partner might be trying to dominate the relationship. Impact. This manipulation can lead to you feeling trapped and constantly seeking their approval, damaging your sense of independence. Example. Comments like, "I'm just being honest, no one else would put up with you," are designed to make you feel dependent and less likely to leave. 4. Erosion of trust. Trust is built on positive, supportive interactions, not on a series of criticisms disguised as honesty. Over time, this behavior can erode the trust you have in your partner. Impact. Erosion of trust leads to a breakdown in communication and intimacy, essential components of a healthy relationship. Example. "I'm just being honest, you always mess things up." Not only hurts but also makes you doubt their support and care,